So the only thing these people hate more than they hate Shedeur Sanders is his supporters. I don't want to say a lot right now because I got a bit to jump into. So let's jump right into it.
When I give the stats, the advanced numbers, when you ask how I thought he played, and I'll say a few nice things, but I'll say a lot more negative right now at this stage. I'm being told that Shedeur deserves better, that he needs a more uplifting media. We should be out to uplift rookies and young players.
I don't think it's like that. I don't think that he needs that. I also firmly disagree. I don't want to step in it, but I firmly disagree with Jason last week. I'm like, you want him cut. Why do you want him cut? You want him cut because you're tired of seeing people say nasty things to you on the internet? Do you want him cut because it's hard to cover him? Do you want him cut because when you say you don't think he's a good quarterback, that he's got a big fan base and they go after you for it? Is that why you want him cut? Because wanting a guy cut from a team is a very strong thing to say. Saying that we should move. Why? Why? You don't do anything for the media. You don't do anything for that. If you want him cut from the team, it should be because he's a detriment to the actual team. Now, I don't know all the story. Maybe we'll find out that he's a terrible teammate. I don't think we will. But if you found out a guy was a terrible teammate and not that good, that's a reason to cut the guy. Just because we're bickering amongst each other about a quarterback doesn't mean the guy should be cut. I thought it was a crazy thing for him to say, and I stand by it. And I'll say it to him to his face, and I've told him on the phone, and I'll tell him on the air again. I love Jason. I disagree firmly because I think we've lost our minds. Especially when it comes to him, I think we're nuts. I cannot state to you guys enough. I'm going to go on a bit of a soliloquy here. You can stop me if you want. Go right on ahead. Like some of the stuff I read over the weekend, I thought it was insane.
Man, I want you to understand something. The reason why they want Shedeur Sanders cut, and even as a Shedeur Sanders fan, man, I can say this wholeheartedly. This has changed to just more than a fan base. It's a whole movement. A lot of these folks, especially the slick racists, oh man, they're not used to this. They're used to being able to say whatever they want to say. And when we talking about Jason Lloyd, he got his own history with black quarterbacks. I'm telling you, do your research, man. Jason Lloyd is straight up a slick racist, and I don't say that lightly. The reasons why this man so-called thinks Shedeur Sanders needs to be cut has nothing to do with football. He don't like that we on his head. He don't like that we won't let nothing slide, man. This whole movement, something like this has never been seen before because what was done to Shedeur has never been done before.
Be for me, but the way they have done Shedeur Sanders, we have never seen this be done in the history of the National Football.
You mean that?
Don't blame this on us. Blame this on the NFL. But honestly, I don't care if you blame it on us. Either way it go, because we're going to be there and we got our eyes open. And we looking, we peeping, and we calling out all the BS, and that's what they hate. And it's not just Jason Lloyd. These people is not used to this kind of pushback. Then you got all of these media pundits. Then you got a lot of these media pundits that truly don't understand why Shedeur Sanders, got so much support. I've heard them say several times, and I know you have too, oh, we don't get what all the hype is about. But if I'm being real, we don't expect them to get it. A lot of this go over their head, but they know exactly why. The NFL created a monster. The NFL created a beast when we watch this man get robbed on TV. When we watch people like Dylan Gabriel get drafted before him. When we watch quarterbacks drafted higher than him throw for 33 yards in a game, and you don't even talk about it. So if you're going to be on Shedeur's head, we're going to be on your head because we're going to make sure you go by this the right way. If y'all fans haven't realized it yet, man, we got a lot of power, man. We got a lot of power. We set the trends. We set the algorithm. And Jason Lloyd can't stand it, man. He want to be able to say whatever he want to say. He want to be able to make up lies with no consequences. But it's like I said, bro, a lot of these folks don't understand why Shedeur gets so much support. I want you to listen to this clip from Terry Bradshaw. If you've been following me, you already seen it before, but this just highlights the hypocrisy in this whole little community that they have.
Why is the fifth rounder getting all this attention? Why?
You tell me.
Or you tell me. Why is it? Is it because I'm not the one that drafted him. I mean, why would Cleveland took Gabriel? I love Gabriel. I like him a lot. I wouldn't have taken Shedeur. But somebody else had that problem. Now you got to deal with his dad and everything else, and you got 2 speeding tickets, and I don't see it.
Now, I want you to remember that last part. He got 2 speeding tickets, right? He's trying to make Shedeur speeding tickets an issue. Now, I'm going to take you back down the trip down memory lane. This man was a real big Johnny Manziel fan, right? In the next clip I'm going to show you, this is what he say about Johnny Manziel after he's been locked up already, right? This is a clip after Johnny Manziel already been caught high, after he was investigated by the NCAA, right? Everybody at this point know all the drama that comes with Johnny Manziel. And I want you to listen to what Terry Bradshaw has to say.
Real quick, your take on Manziel.
I liked him coming out of college. I like him now. I've learned to adjust to these young kids and the way they go about their business. And, you know, I, for one, think that he's going to have a hard time as most read option kids do. He's going to be a little bit slower. I love his competitive spirit. I like the fact he's out there, got a little action about him, a little emotion about it. I like seeing that in the quarterback, and so many guys, you don't do it. But I do like Johnny Manziel.
It's a totally different game. When you go from college to the pro, there's a reason. It's a totally,
he just turned 22.
It's fast.
You know.
So you hear how lighthearted he was when it came to Johnny Manziel. And this is after like all the trouble he's already experienced. Yeah, he's only 22. I learned to try and understand these young kids. Bro, it is so obvious. The blatant racism is obvious. But he's not the only one that feel that way. We can see this across media in general, right? Like, these people act like Shedeur, man, came in here a straight up troublemaker, talking about, oh, the distraction he was going to be in the locker room. Shedeur Sanders wasn't a distraction at all. Everything you seen Shedeur Sanders do was positive, brother. He was giving back to the community, giving away cars, popping up at high schools, man, giving these high school athletes an opportunity of a lifetime. You want to talk about distraction? Cleveland Browns, the organization, brought the distraction. The distraction was they treated this man like dirt. The distraction was the coach lied to him. The distraction was the players knew who should have been out there on that football field. But even Colin Cowherd, bro, I want you to listen to this next clip, because it just really pinpoints on the whole thing about, you know, collusion, right? It really highlights collusion, because it seems like Colin Cowherd is actually looking for permission to even say something positive about Shedeur, man. It's crazy. You got to look at it.
23 of 42, 3 touchdowns, 98 passer rating. Cleveland special teams actually lost in the game. They're, like most bad teams, their special teams are awful. Cleveland was missing 6 to 7 starters and still had over 400 yards in bad weather, 6.5 yards per play. I think Shedeur's very uneven. You know, he'll throw a bad pick every week. So I watched him and Cam Ward. Cam's the much better athlete. But I will tell you, watching Shedeur, I said it last week, I'll say it again, it reminds me of the Colorado Shedeur. He throws a bad pick. He's not super athletic. He likes to throw the ball down the field. He's not overwhelmed. Again, I don't think he has a special trait. But to get 400 yards, that's a bad receiving core. I mean, it really is a bad receiving core. Titans aren't any good. But I think my take is on Shedeur. He's good enough to start in the league, isn't he?
He's literally asking this man. It's like it sounds like he's like, okay, is it okay to say something positive yet? Do we still have that agreement with the with the NFL? Cause Shedeur had an amazing game, right? Shedeur had an amazing game against the Titans, and I want you to understand, no matter how they try to downplay, how to try to downplay his performance because it was against the Titans. What other quarterback put up those same numbers against the Titans? None. And this was a rookie quarterback with the worst wide receiver core and the worst offensive line, and they still try to downplay his best performance, right? And you look at this other fool to the right, I don't even know his name, but he's looking like, oh my goodness, are you really asking me that? Like, he's just based off the expression, right? Colin is looking like, is it okay for me to, say this yet? And the other dude looking like, oh my goodness, are you serious? I want you to just peep what he say next.
Well, for the Browns, I mean, to me, he's better than Dylan Gabriel.
Boom, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. For the Browns, bro, I swear, man, the evidence of like it some orchestrated, conspiracy against Shedeur Sanders, dog. At first, I didn't want to believe it. At first, now at the very beginning, I didn't want to believe it, man. I've been watching football for a very long time. I got a homie that even coaching the NFL, man. His name is Thomas Brown. Didn't want to believe it because you still want to just have a little faith in the sport you love so much, a sport that you play. I gave my right arm to football, man. 2 surgeries. I'm talking about. I gave a lot of my body to this sport, and to see it go down like this, especially at this level, is a gut punch, man. Them folks clearly have something against the Sanders family, and they really tried to affect Shedeur Sanders' career. But you know who's threw a wrench in it? Us, the fans. You know why the backlash is so huge? Us, the fans. So you as a Shedeur Sanders fan, if you're watching this video, keep doing what you doing. Keep your foot on their neck. We not gonna let them breathe until they do right by Shedeur. We're gonna keep a spotlight on wherever he goes and how he's treated. Because you even got NFL players saying this has never happened before. Now, let me just thank y'all for checking out Rob So Random. Man, I'll see y'all on the next video.